How's it going,
I
buddy?
missed you.
Oh man, you're slimy.
I didn't miss your brother so much, but I missed you.
He is very greasy
Oh,
already.
yeah.
He's
I'm
very
very
greasy.
I rode my bike down.
You
here
have
today.
greasy knee right now, which is a rare feat, you know?
I had
Chorizy and greasy.
Enjoy.
Welcome to the Sunday Soak, powered by more than Dawgs and Project Pilot Brewing, who's we continue to drink their beer.
Yeah,
and
still
it is
is done.
fucking awesome.
It's great. Only 8 cases left in my wine cellar. We're gonna keep drinking it until we're done, until we die.
Either way, it's gonna be fun, and it's the Sunday Soak. So obviously, we're gonna talk a little bit about our bingo card. But before we get to that bingo card is sponsored by More Than Dogs, 34th and Shields. What they got this week?
What don't they have? They have everything. They have fries. If you get a Chicago-style hot dog, I know I harp on this. Chicago-style hot dog with fries, $5. You can't beat that. Take that right in the park. Apparently, you can bring Chucky dolls full of fries and onion rings into the park. Totally fine. Try to bring a full pizza in from Little Caesars. Go fuck yourself, my sex summer. You can't do that. But no, go over there. I'm going to have the smash burger today.
Oh.
And I'm going to take it however they make it, right?
Yeah.
Take it how they make it. That's new my sack summer stuff.
You're not changing it up.
Not
However
changing
they
it up.
deliver it,
Just
that's how you
give
take
me-
it.
Just
I like
give me the way you
Put it
make
in my mouth.
And then give me you get fries
Give
with
me
it.
a hot beef right in my mouth. That's what he's saying.
They give you
Love it.
fries with it for free. Well, you paid for it, but it's not extra charge.
Yeah.
And then I'm buying to get the onion rings because the onion rings are fucking awesome.
And there's a lot of them.
There's
According
a
to
lot.
your mom. Too many.
Too many for my mom. There's too many. There was at least 17 onion rings. It's too many for my mom.
I got the onion rings last time we went to the park on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I ate a bunch of them. There were some left. I was able to share with the class.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was too many,
No.
but it was too many for just me.
Yeah, that's right. Just enough for the group.
I'm so thin.
You're sliced.
Yeah, slender, petite, if you will.
Let's get that card out here.
You got it, Treasy.
Now, we didn't put one up, but I assure you that we had all of these before the series started.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Beef, get that first row there.
So in the upper corner, Sox lose by 10.
Yep.
Well,
That-
it happened on
that
Friday.
happened.
Friday night, we walked into the ballpark 6-0. I'm getting Italian ice for Bonita, 7-0, 8-0. I didn't even get to my seat yet, and they were down a touchdown in a 2-point conversion. So the Sox did lose by 10. A miracle.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy because we go into the stadium barely late. Like, usually we're much later,
That's right.
especially on a Friday.
Yeah.
And we walk in, and our beer guys up at the and ladies up at the top, they're like, "Hey, it's 7-0." And I look and I go, "No, it's not. It's 8-0."
Well, that's not so. Yeah.
We
Number
got
two.
it. We hit it.
Number 2, Sox lose 13th in a row. A miracle. They lost 13 in a row.
Amazing.
There's people right now who think the Sox might not win another game this year. I beg to differ. I think they probably will actually scratch a few wins across. But 13 losses in a row, mystical trees.
When will they win their next game?
Maybe today.
Oh shit!
Maybe
Okay.
today. You got Crochet going. That's
Yeah.
our best chance usually in a week. You got Garrett Crochet up there. The Mariners generally don't hit, although they've been hitting like a motherfucker in this series for some reason.
Yeah.
Give us a shot. I don't know why. I don't know. Our suckitude is just allowing for that. I don't know what it is.
They're like, man, if we get beat by these guys, we must really suck.
And last but not least, in the lower corner, Brooks Ball with 3-hit game. 3-hit game last night. Brooks
Amazing.
Ball.
Wonderful.
People in the stands were shitting on him. It's like he looks too young to be out there. He's got all these strikeouts in a few amount of at bats. And the guy gets 3 hits last night. It was beautiful to watch.
Wonderful.
A couple bullets too.
Yeah.
Couple balls he really stroked.
Well hit
Well
balls.
hit balls.
Well hit
That's
balls.
right. Yeah, no cheapies there. He stroked the ball, so it was very nice.
He's ready to go. He wants to be that second baseman. He
Yeah.
wants to.
And I say, keep running him out there, baby. Let's just
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Let's see what it is. Let's see what it looks like.
Can't wait till he gets traded over Paul Dino.
Second row here, we got Freddie Garcia trivia. That happened, I think, like 5 times yesterday.
Oh my God.
Every trivia answer was Freddie Garcia. Every single one.
Every single
It was
question.
ridiculous.
It was like they asked Ozzie Guillen to do all the trivia questions.
Yeah,
Or our guy Jay Zell.
exactly.
Clearly, they've
Well,
been
for
watching
that
the
guy.
podcast and they say, we're going to remember him every fucking trivia question.
Now he's the most remembered number of 2005
Yes.
from all the trivia that's on the score.
Sweaty Fred.
We had Josh Nelson on the scoreboard. That happened. So
It did happen.
he
Yeah.
had posted a picture of him with one of the new fry things.
Yeah.
And he was up there. I wish it would have been someone getting a candid shot of him eating that
Yeah, chowing down for
instead
sure.
of just a nice display.
Yeah, he had it.
picture.
Yeah, he had it. Look
That
like
was a
football.
great end to the Better at the Ballpark hashtag segment that they do.
Yeah.
Because we weren't expecting it. And then all of a sudden, like, we're watching it and I keep seeing the same, like, 8 pictures.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Josh Nelson, like showing his bounty that he is just rescued.
From that day.
I want to see how long
And he's
that
so
bee
big
stays
smile.
on the edge of the
Yeah, it's just hanging out.
Oh.
Look out, Treasy.
That's fine. That's fine. Just being around. Yeah. Doing nothing.
Ain't harming nobody.
All right, last row.
Yeah.
So we got this row full, this row, including the More Than Dogs free space, full. All right, can we do a third row filled? We'll see.
Let's check it out.
Ken Griffey Jr. jersey.
That happened. I
Oh
saw
my
a guy right in the section 109.
Now,
there.
I wish you would have said White Sox or Mariners, but we
It
saw
was-
tons of Mariners.
It was Mariners for sure,
Yeah.
but there's probably a few White Sox ones out there.
because that would be awesome.
Yep.
Home run in the light lane.
That happened.
That 100% hit.
So, and what was crazy was a guy muffed it.
It hit him in the titty.
Guy in
It hit the titty
he was
and
in a
don't stop.
Mariners jersey. I think he was in a Julio Rodriguez
Yes,
jersey.
he was.
Gets hit in the chest with it. It bounces down. A young lady gets it, and she was nice enough to give it back to him.
Yeah.
And it was a Mariners home run. So
It was a
it
Mariners
gave it
home
to
run,
that
that's
guy.
right.
And the guy, puts it up in the air like, yeah, I got the ball. It is mercilessly booed by the crowd. I loved it.
Well, not only did he bounce off his chest, then he jumped the wall to get the ball.
To try to get it.
And
Yeah.
she had it, and
Yeah.
she just goes, here. You can have
Oh,
it,
he was a little
you
kid.
pathetic bitch.
I loved it.
And you know what she said to him? You need this more than I do. That's what
Give me
happened.
a beer.
You got it.
Sure.
Eating his ling right there.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to name it because I paid for this.
That's right. Okay, good idea.
Yeah.
Then we got Paul DeYoung,
What is that?
extra base hit.
Extra base hit.
But you got it yesterday.
that
You had a
happen?
double- You had a double yesterday.
Oh, okay.
We made it.
I was watching
You're
cat
teaching,
videos with your brother.
You're teaching MSS new things about baseball.
I don't know what XBX is. I have no idea.
We got to coach
I
up
thought
on
it
MSS. We should have a segment on the podcast where we coach him up on
He
these
thought
things.
that he
I
thought
thought
that
it was
happened in the parking lot after the game.
I thought it was some CrossFit thing I didn't know about.
He's like, I'm not in the Sarah J
Treasy.
anymore. But no.
Huge
Good
CrossFit
news.
guy. I don't know if anyone knew that.
Yeah, right.
Let's see if I can get this in the.
Throw it in the cold tub. Go ahead. See if you got it.
Yeah!
That was
Best
off
time of the year.
camera, but we assured you that went in. It was
100% went in. That's right.
So bad. Oh, so sweaty too. Ooh, freezing.
You're
Yeah,
displacing a lot of water, but we know that does numbers on YouTube, so that's fine.
That's correct. That's correct.
All right, want to get into a couple topics. Beef, why don't you give us the first one?
Yeah, so hot off the presses, Bob Nightingale, he usually does his notes drop on a Sunday morning. Sox fans love it because he's gotten a couple things right over time about the White Sox. He's had a fuck ton of shit wrong, but we ignore all that because we had a couple nights we got them right. And so one of the things he unsheathed, if you will, this morning was that there are reports that former All-Star catcher A.J. Brzezinski has quietly emerged as a serious candidate to manage the White Sox in 2025 if they dismiss Pedro Grifol as they're expected to do. So I'm going to start with my Sox. So what do you think about A.J. Brzezinski, manager of the White Sox?
First of all, this is fucking ridiculous. Again, right? And every time this comes up every time we've been looking for a manager, which is happening quite often.
Yep.
You know, since I've become a White Sox fan and living in the neighborhood. He gets brought up, and then people are like, yeah, fuck, why not AJ? We should have AJ here. AJ should be here. Frank Thomas, AJ, blah, blah, blah. Get all these people. He has never managed.
No.
He doesn't have any pedigree in this job either.
No.
It's basically you're just going to we'll be hiring somebody that you like to have the job, which apparently doesn't work if you're Chris Getz, but might work if you're AJ.
Exactly.
So I don't fully understand.
Even though Chris gets a lot of experience in the front office before that.
Right.
But that's different, though.
This is different. He's never coached a game in his life. Okay. Now, what I think it could be, and I don't know, you guys remember this for sure, and I don't know if you do at home, but when Hawk Harrelson was saying he could run the team better in the booth, and they said, "Put up or shut up, motherfucker."
You're the GM now.
And they threw him into the GM spot. AJ has been hitting on the Sox pretty hard on his foul territory. Sometimes the White Sox stay from the program.
That's right.
And did Jerry call out his last, like, okay, you come do it better, motherfucker, and come on in here? I think he said he doesn't want to manage the team, or he has no interest.
Said in the past he wasn't interested.
I don't know why he would be. I don't know why he'd be interested in doing it, especially because, you know, if you've listened to him on Foul Territory at all, which is a good listen, he talks about how you keep hearing that players don't want to play there.
Yeah,
right.
Don't want to play for this organization. So why would he want to manage a team where he knows they're not going to spend, and he knows that that players don't want to be there?
Right.
Like he's saying all these things in public. You would hope that he believes what he's saying.
Right.
And if he does, no way would he fucking take the job.
Yeah. No, I
What do you think?
Glass half full here. You know, I'm okay with actually just plucking a player. I know we had a bad situation with Rob Ventura, but there have been players that you get plucked and they go in there and become managers, and they do absolutely fine. And everyone said, well, we want a process. We want a process. We had a process last time.
Yep.
It unearthed Pedro Grafal. He's absolutely your favorite manager you've ever seen, right?
Right.
Rick Hahn's fucking process unearthed that. So maybe it's okay to just go pluck out there. The problem is, though, when you get one of these players who's never coached before and you put them in the manager spot, obviously they do know things about the game because they've been in there, whatever. Right. But you really have to insulate them hard with a great coaching staff.
Right.
And so I don't know if the White Sox is a spot where a lot of coaches would say, okay, we want to come here and we're going to help AJ Przinsky. You know, but I'm not saying the rest of the coaching staff is terrible or anything. I think there are some decent coaches out there.
Out there.
Well, but Bannister's in the front office, so he's not in the dugout. I'm talking about day to day in the goddamn dugout, helping him run the thing. Like, remember when Robin did it? He was like, remember when Robin did this shit? He was like, I didn't realize how much work it was. Well, yeah, no shit. And I don't think AJ does either. And so, like, that's why you usually got to put a really good bench coach and some other people around him to help him do the work.
Well, Beef, the other part of it, too, is like, I think we all remember AJ as a White Sox, and that like he was a pain in the ass, but the team loved him. Like everybody kind of loved him. The other teams he played for, they did not like him.
Right.
Like in fact, in San Francisco, they were like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
For sure.
And so like, you can't imagine that like everybody is going to get along with him, and especially when you say, "Let's put a strong coaching staff around him." Like when there's disagreements, you think AJ is just going to be like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to take your advice here. He doesn't seem like that guy. He doesn't seem like that guy. So I don't know. I think that would be very difficult.
Tell you what, foul territory's numbers, though, if he becomes the manager, straight through the fucking roof.
He's going to stay on there. He's going to stay on there and do it.
Yeah, he's going to rip himself to shreds every day.
New hitting coach, Todd Frazier. Who's the other motherfuckers that are on that channel?
I don't know. I don't watch.
There's a couple of them. They had Jason Kipnis on with their guy White Sox Dave. Fucking first base coach.
I mean, the last AJ Przinsky note, the reason why this type of thing does so well, and I'm sure Bob, whether or not this is true or not, is happy to throw it out there, is because of how loved AJ Przinsky is by White Sox fan community. Me personally, I think if I were making a list of the most overrated fucking White Sox of my entire lifetime, AJ's way up there. He's way towards the top, like with Ron Kittle and a couple other guys. Like, very overrated. He had one real good year, 2012.
Yeah.
He had a real good year in 2012. Other than that, he's like a solid, okay, decent catcher. I mean, that's
like, I do remember a lot of years
where
we were sitting in the outfield there. AJ'd come up with a guy on first, and you're like, this is a ground ball to second.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely. Who wants to hit the hard ground ball to second and make it out? You know, AJ, and he played a lot of games, so his durability was good. I got no problems with that, but he's supremely overrated by White Sox fans. And so I think that's why this plays. But I'd be absolutely shocked if he became the manager.
There's no way in hell he's the There'll be some other guy from Kansas City that we don't know.
All right. Next question.
I'm going to start with Tracy. What is Chris Getz doing right now instead of trading players like he should be?
I mean, I can only imagine he's doing the same thing as we are, and is just drinking all weekend, and be like, "Oh shit, I had stuff to do. I forgot to do some stuff." I don't know. It's kind of wild that like we haven't even seen anything about like a rumor getting traction. Like,
right.
And even on the low guys, like a Paul DeYoung or a Tommy Pham, like there's no one sniffing around. You hear about every other team that's in our position right now, even the Tigers who haven't really made any moves. You're getting a lot of smoke around there, guys.
Right.
The smoke is all dissipated on our guys.
It was hot a week ago, and now it's gone. Basically, right?
So Chris Getz has to be fucking hammered somewhere, just like out of his mind, drunk.
Tracy, I got two reads on this with regards to the inaction.
I have a read.
Number one, I'm happy to hear it after I'm done. Number one, he's an inexperienced GM. Maybe he's waiting for this market to develop a little bit and doesn't want to be the first mover, right? He just says, we'll let this happen, and then we'll see kind of what's happening. Number two, a bunch of the guys he's got are someone's backup plan. John Brebbia is probably someone's backup plan. Tommy Pham is probably someone's backup plan. Paul DeYoung's probably someone's backup plan. So when they miss on that first one, they'll get these guys kind of at the ass end. Now, to me, that like at this point, you've seen the market develop for relievers. If you got a Michael Kopech deal that's good, he should be fucking gone already. You know.
Right.
So I think he's probably the first mover that, fingers crossed, And we'll see if that happens today. I'm sorry, MSS.
No, you took my thing because a friend of the show, Billy Wires, asked for my take on the situation, and I swear to Christ, I think you're correct. They're shooting for the sky. They're trying to get to the top. You're saying they're the second band, but they're probably asking far too much for all the people that they're trying to.
It could be.
Right? And you know why they're doing it? Because it worked with Cease. Everyone's like, oh man, Dylan Cease isn't going to get traded. They're asking too much. Then it fucking clicked, and it happened. So I think that's fucking kind of fucking them right now.
Yeah.
Like they're having something go. They're playing the long game because they've been fucked over so many times. And Chris Ketz is like, I'm not getting fucked over here. And he might end up getting fucked.
I do like that you said you took my answer and then you said something completely different.
I was going to say, we got a little different idea there because my thought is more, he wants to see what these guys are worth with comparable players that move first. So that he's like, doesn't get out there and he's like, oh shit, I either way overshot or way undershot this shit, and he's inexperienced in doing it. So like watching the Rays start moving a bunch of guys, relievers and shit,
especially the Rays, because the Rays are moving guys that have some control,
right?
And which is the kind of outlier in this trade market, which is previous years it was rare that you would see someone with additional control being moved at the deadline, but the Sox, it looks like the Rays and the Jays are all going to be willing to do that.
Yep.
So that makes the comps difficult because you don't see that a lot. And so to your point, they're shooting for the moon and they're starting to see things move and they're going to have to like recalibrate and say like, where do we actually land?
But it's good on the Kopech shit because Kopech fits in with these kind of guys. He's had a lower performance this year, but from a raw part standpoint, he fits in nicely with a lot of the guys that are getting moved for decent size returns. So it's kind of like, that's why I'd expect him to be the next domino to fall. Also because the teams have scratched off their version of like this high leverage reliever, and now Kopech's one of the last ones standing.
How many times has Chris Getz said immaculate inning when we're discussing my
every time?
Every single time.
Immaculate inning.
Listen, immaculate inning guy. There hasn't been one since sloppy seconds.
He probably is. He probably is saying to them, once Michael started to believe in our program for him, he threw that immaculate inning.
That's right.
Like that's the pitch right now. Like that. Look from there on. That's when he started listening to what we were telling him, and now he's good. Now
he's just good.
But we've only had 2 opportunities to see that.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, next up.
I don't want to fuck it up.
MSS.
Yes.
If Tommy Pham's not traded by 5 p.m. on Tuesday, does he just walk off like Antonio Brown and like kiss my ass, you'll never see me again, right out of the stadium?
No, personally, I would be sad if he left like that.
Yeah.
What would make it better though is if he took his jersey off and threw it directly to me in the 108. That would make it okay.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, that motherfucker has been hustling for like since we saw him in KC when he laid out that motherfucker. He is 38 years old.
Yeah.
And he is legging out.
Everything's a double.
Yeah, he's going for 2 on everything. Exactly.
He's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. But
XBH, he fought to do that.
XBH. So I don't think he'll do that because he likes his money.
Yeah.
He needs the money for taxes.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yep.
So he's not going to leave. But if he does, show me your jersey, Tommy.
That would be a fucking hell of a throw. Of a jersey. He better be sweating his balls off if he's gonna have enough weight on that jersey.
I'll throw him some rubber bands. He can wrap it together like a baseball and just pop me right in the face.
Take him 25 minutes to walk off the field like Antonio Brown. I just asked you guys this question because I love that meme of him taking off and it's like every day is a half day. If you really fucking believe it.
That's in Giant Stadium, right? When he's with the Bucks, he's just like, all right, I'm out of here. Fuck y'all.
Yes. They were going to lose.
We were watching that game.
We were watching it live?
We were watching that game. And
Tom Brady was the quarterback.
And they're like,
Tom Brady was
and they're like, Antonio Brown just walked off the field. And I was like, oh, I wonder if he's hurt. And then they showed the video. I was like, he ain't hurt.
He's just walking through the end zone, like waving at everybody.
He was skipping.
You know, the thing is, like with Tommy Pham, he's crazy, but he ain't that kind of crazy. He ain't like get butt-ass naked and run off the field crazy.
Smart.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's like he'll get into a scrap with you crazy, not do this shit crazy. So I don't think so.
Who's a player that would do that? Brian Giles? Like that's that.
Yeah, I mean, he would get naked. Yeah, he would get.
He'd definitely get naked.
Yeah,
yeah. Yerman Mercedes.
Yerman Mercedes kind of did.
Yerman Mercedes would do that. Here's my dick. See ya.
And the last one, the White Sox have given up 542 runs so far this season. What needs to happen for your boy to actually win the steak dinner bet? Because right now, the Sox are on pace to give up 821 runs. The line on the steak dinner bet, which I have under, is 818 and a half. 818 and a half. So we're right there. We're right kind of at the crux of it. Treasy, what do I need to happen?
So one thing you need Crochet to not get traded. That Crochet and Robert need to stay.
Yep.
Because and Robert, you would think, oh, well, it's the runs allowed. Remember what goes into center field when Luis Robert is not there.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
It's real
very
bad.
Yeah.
Like, and especially if Tommy Pham gets traded.
Yeah,
then you're Dom Fletcher is every day starting.
Gabagool will be coming back.
And then what is right field? It's Sheets.
Yeah, well, that's defense.
The defense gets rough real fast. So like you need Robert and Crochet to stay. If Fetty stays, you're even better.
Yeah.
And then the biggest thing you need is rainouts against the Tigers. So they won't make those up, especially that last weekend.
Yeah.
If one of those games rains out, it's gonna be like, nope, we're not playing that one.
Hey fellas,
so like you need
go
that.
to the casino.
Exactly.
Hell, go to Canada. Go enjoy.
Both teams will be at the Greektown Casino. Fuck, we're not playing today.
Very expensive Uber though. Already in the wallet.
It'll be the Field of Dreams. Not Field of Dreams. Bull Durham rain out. They'll just put the sprinklers on all night. You know.
Well, yeah, that Thursday day game against the Angels. If that gets washed, that is huge for me. That's a huge game for me right there. That's what we're hoping for right now because we never put a game's limit in there. It was just like however many. So if we lose a game or two, it's good for me.
And I think a lot of us will have mixed feelings on this, right? Because
Yeah.
if the Sox let's say the Sox only play 160 games, that puts it in danger of them not getting the 120.
That's true. Yeah.
And so if they lose 119 games but only play like 159 games, oh man, will people be pissed off? But you'll be eating a delicious steak dinner
On Josh Nelson. That's
Josh.
correct. Yeah, absolutely.
not on his body.
Well, no.
He's gonna
They don't
pay
allow
for
that. They'll
it.
pay
not
for it.
off
Yeah,
Josh.
yeah. Well, you've seen those videos
On
of
his
the women's with all the sushi all
Yeah.
over their body. You
Man, I'm
got the
good at
coochie
that.
Where'd you get one of those?
I'm not in on that.
Kid Monkey used to do it, but they're no longer. So I think they're no longer. I don't know.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think he needs? Is that we covered that or?
First, the one thing I want to know is where did you get the 818 and a half runs? Was that out there? Or did you guys come with that yourself?
I made that up.
That's impressive. God damn, you are fucking impressive.
Sketch that out.
Look at the big brain on beef with his goddamn fucking like prowess when it comes to fucking numbers. I love it.
So proud.
I'm like
to gamble.
I wish I could stand up to show you my erection, but that would really ruin the show.
It's just
I'm gonna get the kids
It's
ready.
just the pleats in your shorts. It's
Yes,
just the pleats. It's just the pleats. All right, I think that's it.
That's it.
Fellas. We will. We might go up to the stadium. It looks dark as hell out.
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
know.
right now.
I don't know if they're going to get this game in. We'll see.
Beef could really use them to not play today.
Never make this
They
game
might
up,
make
please.
this up,
Thank you.
Have a good one, everyone. We'll talk to you
Deuces.
soon.
We'll see you.